Today, I'm going to share something that can truly change your life forever. The book we are talking about today is 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Reading books is one of the best investments you can ever make in yourself. Why? Because books contain decades of experience from some of the world's most successful and intelligent people. Instead of spending years figuring out life on your own, you can learn from experts in just a few minutes. Normally, reading a book takes 10 to 15 days. But in this one video, you will get all the knowledge in a simple, powerful, and easy way. And trust me, this knowledge can change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you live. Time is the most valuable thing in life. The rich and the poor have the same 24 hours, but how you use your time decides your future. So, make sure you watch till the end, because I will share 12 life-changing rules from this book that can transform your mindset, boost your confidence, and help you achieve massive success. It will also improve your English. Reading powerful books helps you learn new words, understand deep ideas, and think in English. You will improve your vocabulary, speaking skills, and confidence. And before we start, do not forget to subscribe to our channel so you do not miss such powerful content. Like this video if you want more book summaries. Comment below your favorite rule at the end. Now, let us get started with the first life-changing rule from 12 Rules for Life. Rule 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. What does this mean? This rule is not just about posture, it is about confidence, strength, and self-respect. When you stand up straight with your shoulders back, you are telling the world and yourself that you are strong, capable, and ready to face challenges. Why is this important? Science has proven that body language affects our mindset. If you slouch, keep your head down, and avoid eye contact, you feel weaker, less confident, and more anxious. But if you stand tall, maintain eye contact, and walk with confidence, your brain automatically boosts your confidence levels, and you start feeling more powerful. People respect those who look strong, confident, and in control. Imagine two job interview candidates. Candidate 1 walks in with a hunched back, looking down, avoiding eye contact, and speaking in a low voice. The interviewer thinks, this person lacks confidence. Candidate 2 walks in standing tall, smiling, making strong eye contact, and speaking clearly. The interviewer thinks, this person is strong, intelligent, and capable. Who do you think will get the job? Of course, candidate 2, not because of knowledge, but because of confidence and presence. How can you apply this in life? Every morning, stand in front of the mirror, take a deep breath, pull your shoulders back, and tell yourself, I am strong, I am confident, I can handle anything. When walking in public, keep your head up, make eye contact, and smile. Never let fear or insecurity make you shrink. Own your space. This simple change in body language can transform your confidence, relationships, and even your success. Rule 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Most people take better care of others than they do themselves. They help friends, give advice, and support their loved ones. But when it comes to their own life, they neglect themselves. If you had a sick friend or a child, you would make sure they get proper treatment, rest, and love. But when you are stressed, tired, or facing problems, do you treat yourself with the same kindness? Most people ignore their own needs and do not respect themselves. This is why they stay stuck in bad habits, toxic relationships, and self-doubt. Imagine you have a close friend who is struggling. They feel lost. They do not believe in themselves, and they are about to give up on their dreams. Would you insult them, call them useless, and tell them they will never succeed? Of course not. You would support them, encourage them, and help them get back up. But when you fail, what do? You beat yourself up, call yourself a failure, and think you are not good enough. The solution is simple. Start treating yourself like someone you love and care about. Take care of your health. Eat well, sleep enough, and exercise. Protect your mental health. Stay away from toxic people, negative environments, and bad habits. Invest in yourself. Read books, learn new skills, and build confidence. When you start treating yourself with love and respect, your entire life will change. Rule 3. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Your friends and environment shape your future. If you are surrounded by negative, lazy, and toxic people, they will pull you down. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, supportive, and positive people, you will grow. Your mindset is influenced by the people around you. Success is contagious. If your friends are hardworking and ambitious, you will also be motivated to do better. Toxic people drain your energy and make you doubt yourself. Imagine you have two groups of friends. Group A is always complaining, gossiping, and making excuses. They never work on themselves and discourage you from trying anything new. Group B encourages you, pushes you to be better, and celebrates your success. Which group do you think will help you grow in life? Obviously, Group B. The solution is clear. Surround yourself with positive, ambitious people. Cut off toxic friendships that bring negativity into your life. Find mentors, read books, and stay in environments that inspire you. Remember, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Rule 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. We live in a world where everyone is constantly comparing themselves to others. People look at social media, see pictures of others traveling the world, buying expensive cars, and achieving great success, and they start to feel like failures. They think, why am I not as successful as them? Why is my life not as perfect as theirs? But the truth is, comparison is one of the biggest reasons people feel unhappy and unmotivated. When you compare yourself to others, you are focusing on the wrong thing. Instead of thinking about your own progress, you are looking at someone else's journey, which is completely different from yours. This rule teaches us that the only person you should compare yourself to is your past self. The question you should be asking is not, am I better than that person? But, am I better than the person I was yesterday? Imagine two people. The first person wakes up every morning and looks at social media. They see people with six-pack abs, luxury houses, and millions of followers. They feel bad about themselves, lose motivation, and think, I will never be as successful as them. The second person, instead of comparing themselves to others, compares themselves to who they were yesterday. They ask themselves, did I improve today? Am I learning new things? Am I moving forward even if it is just a little bit? Which person do you think will grow, improve, and eventually become successful? The second person, because instead of wasting time feeling jealous, they are focusing on their own journey. Let us take two students. Both of them are trying to learn English. The first student watches fluent English speakers on YouTube and thinks, I will never speak like them. My English is so bad. They feel discouraged, lose confidence, and eventually stop learning. The second student compares themselves to their past self. They say, yesterday, I only knew 10 words, but today I learned 5 new words. Last month, I could not form a sentence, but today I spoke 2 full sentences in English. They feel motivated, keep learning, and over time they become fluent. The difference is clear. One is focused on others, while the other is focused on self-improvement. How to apply this rule? Every day, write down one thing you did better than yesterday. Even a small improvement is progress. Stop wasting time comparing your life to people on social media. Their journey is different from yours. If you want to be successful, focus on getting 1% better every day. Small improvements will create massive success over time. When you focus on your own growth instead of feeling jealous, you will feel motivated, powerful, and unstoppable. Rule 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. This rule is not just for parents. It is about self-discipline, respect, and personal growth. The biggest mistake parents make is not teaching their children discipline. If a child throws tantrums, disrespects people, and never faces consequences, they grow up to be adults who struggle in life. They do not know how to control their emotions, how to work hard, or how to handle criticism. But this rule is not just about raising children. It is about you and how you discipline yourself in life. If you do whatever you want without self-control, you will face problems. Imagine if you never wake up on time, always procrastinate, waste time on social media, never exercise, and never learn new skills. If you keep allowing yourself to do things that are harmful to your future, you will end up in a life that you dislike. Imagine a young man who never learned self-discipline. His parents never corrected his bad habits. He grows up, gets a job, but he is always late to work. He cannot handle stress and gets angry at small things. He avoids responsibility and blames others for his failures. Because of these habits, he loses his job, struggles financially, and becomes unhappy. His own actions created a life he does not like. On the other hand, imagine a young man whose parents taught him self-discipline. He wakes up early. He takes responsibility for his mistakes. He controls his emotions and does not react angrily to small problems. This man gets better opportunities, builds strong relationships, and creates a life he enjoys. Ask yourself, what habits am I allowing in my life that will cause problems in the future? Develop self-discipline. If you know something is bad for you, stop doing it. Surround yourself with people who encourage discipline and self-improvement. Your life is the result of your daily habits. Make sure you're creating a future that you will love. Rule 6. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. Many people blame the world for their problems. They complain about the government, their boss, society, and life in general. But the truth is, before you try to change the world, you need to fix yourself first. If your own life is a mess, how can you expect to fix anything else? Many people say, life is unfair, society is broken, rich people are evil. But instead of complaining about life, they should focus on fixing their own problems first. Complaining does not change anything. Taking action does. Imagine two friends. The first friend always complains, "I do not have money. Rich people are lucky. The government should help us." But he never works on improving his skills, never learns about money, and wastes time watching Netflix all day. The second friend, instead of complaining, focuses on fixing his own life. He learns new skills, he works hard, improves his financial situation, and takes responsibility. He stays disciplined and focused. After a few years, the second friend achieves success, while the first one is still in the same place, still complaining. Instead of blaming others, look at what you can do to improve. Before complaining about the world, fix your own life, habits, and mindset. Take full responsibility for your actions and decisions. The moment you stop blaming the world and start working on yourself, your life will completely change. Rule 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. In life, people often take the easy way out. They look for shortcuts, quick rewards, and instant gratification. But this rule tells us that true success comes from pursuing things that are meaningful, not just easy or convenient. Many people want success without hard work. They want money without effort. They want a fit body without exercise. They want to speak fluent English without practicing, but life does not work like that. The things that truly matter require patience, dedication, and effort. Imagine you have two paths in front of you. Path 1 is easy. No struggles, no pain, no challenges. But at the end there is nothing valuable, no growth, no success, just wasted time. Path 2 is difficult. It requires discipline, learning, effort, and patience. But at the end, there is great success, fulfillment, and happiness. Most people choose the easy path because they want quick results. But those who take the harder, meaningful path are the ones who achieve greatness. Imagine two students who want to learn English. Student A takes the easy way. He watches short videos but never practices speaking. He skips difficult lessons. He never pushes himself out of his comfort zone. After 1 year, he is still struggling to speak English. Student B chooses the meaningful path. He practices every day, reads books, speaks even when he makes mistakes, and never gives up. After 1 year, he is speaking fluently and confidently. The one who chose the meaningful path succeeded. Stop looking for quick success. Instead, focus on real growth and long-term success. Ask yourself, is this choice meaningful or just easy? Understand that great things take time and effort. Be patient and keep working. Success is not about taking shortcuts. It is about choosing what is meaningful, even if it is difficult. Rule 8. Tell the truth, or at least do not lie. Many people lie to themselves and to others. They lie because they are afraid of the truth. They want to avoid responsibility. They want to impress others. But every time you lie, you are destroying your own life. This rule teaches us that honesty is the foundation of success and confidence. If you cannot be honest, you will never have real self-respect or a strong character. Lies might make life easier in the moment, but in the long run, they create problems, stress, and failure. Imagine two people in a company. Person A is always honest. If he makes a mistake, he admits it. He tells the truth even when it is hard. People trust him because they know he is reliable. Person B always lies. When he makes a mistake, he blames others. He creates fake stories to make himself look good. Over time, people stop trusting him. Who will be more successful, person A? Because in life, success is built on trust, character, and honesty. Stop lying to yourself. If you're not working hard, admit it and start improving. Be honest with others. People trust those who tell the truth. If you cannot tell the truth, at least do not lie. Success comes from honesty, self-awareness, and taking responsibility. Rule 9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you do not. Most people love to talk, but hate to listen. They believe they already know everything, so they do not listen to others. But this rule teaches us that everyone knows something that you do not. If you listen carefully, you can learn valuable lessons from anyone. Listening helps you grow. If you think you already know everything, you will stop learning. People respect good listeners. If you listen to others, they will feel valued and respected. Listening helps you solve problems. Sometimes the answers to your problems are hidden in other people's experiences. Imagine two people who both want to become successful in life. Person A thinks he already knows everything. He never listens to advice, ignores opportunities, and blames others when things go wrong. He stays in his comfort zone, waiting for success to come to him. After 1 year, nothing has changed. Same struggles, same excuses, same life. Person B, however, seeks wisdom. He listens to successful people, learns from mistakes, and takes action. Even when he fails, he adapts, improves, and keeps moving forward. After 1 year, he is in a completely different place. more knowledge, better skills, and closer to his dreams. Success is simple. Listen, learn, apply. Those who refuse to grow stay the same. Those who stay open-minded transform their lives. When talking to others, listen more than you speak. Ask questions and be open to learning new things. Understand that everyone has something valuable to teach you. If you want to grow, you must be willing to listen and learn. Rule 10: Be precise in your speech. Most people talk without clarity. They say things in a vague, unclear way. They do not express their thoughts properly, and as a result their lives become confusing, disorganized, and filled with misunderstandings. But this rule teaches us that if you want to improve your life, you must speak with precision. When you describe a problem clearly, you understand it better. When you speak clearly, people respect and trust you. When you express your goals with precision, you are more likely to achieve them. Imagine a doctor diagnosing a patient. If he just says you are sick, that does not help. But if he says you have a lung infection and you need to take these specific medicines, now the patient knows exactly what to do. The same applies to life. If you say my life is a mess, that is too vague. But if you say I'm struggling with time management and I need to create a schedule, now you have a clear solution. When setting goals, be specific. Instead of saying I want to be rich, say I will save $500 every month and start an online business in 1 year. When solving problems, describe them clearly. Instead of saying I feel bad, say I am feeling anxious because I am not exercising. Speak in a way that makes your thoughts clear, strong, and effective. The more precise your words, the more powerful your life becomes. Rule 11: Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. This rule is about courage, risk-taking, and personal growth. Many people try to protect themselves and others from all risks. But the truth is, life is full of risks, and if you avoid all risks, you will never grow. Children learn through challenges, falling, failing, and trying again. Adults are the same. If you try to avoid difficulties, you will stay weak, afraid, and powerless. Imagine two young men. Man always plays safe. He never takes risks. He never speaks up. He avoids hard work. He stays in his comfort zone. Over time, he becomes weak, insecure, and dependent on others. Man B takes risks. He starts a business even if he fails. He speaks even when he is nervous. He learns new things even if they are difficult. Over time, he becomes strong, confident, and independent. Who will be more successful in life, Man B? Because he embraces challenges instead of running from them. Think about people who move to a new country and start from zero. They do not know the language. They do not have connections and they struggle. But because they face challenges head-on, they grow into stronger, wiser, and more capable individuals. Now think about people who never take risks. They stay in the same place, do the same things, and never grow. Their lives become boring, weak, and meaningless. Stop avoiding challenges. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. If you fail, try again. Failure is part of success. Take calculated risks. The more you challenge yourself, the stronger you become. If you want a strong, powerful, and successful life, stop avoiding challenges. Rule 12: Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. This rule is about finding beauty and peace in difficult times. Life is not easy. You will face stress, sadness, loss, and pain. But even in the darkest times, there are small moments of happiness and beauty. A cat walking by, the warmth of the sun, a kind word from a stranger. These little things can remind you that life is still worth living. Imagine two people going through a hard time. Person A only focuses on the pain. He sees nothing good, he feels hopeless. Person B notices small joys even in the pain. He listens to music, watches a sunset, or enjoys a cup of tea. This helps him stay strong and move forward. Who will recover faster? Person B, because he finds moments of light even in the darkness. Many successful people have gone through terrible struggles, poverty, illness, failure, loss, but they kept going because they focused on the small joys that gave them the strength to continue. Think of a student struggling to learn English. He feels frustrated, but one day he watches a movie and understands a few sentences. That small moment gives him the confidence to continue. No matter how hard life gets, look for small moments of peace and joy. If you are struggling, take a break, breathe, and appreciate the little things. Remember, even in pain, there is still beauty in life. This simple mindset can help you survive even the worst times. Final words: the path to a stronger, better life. Life is not easy. It never was and it never will be. But you have two choices. Stay where you are complaining and making excuses, or take control and create the life you truly want. The truth is, nobody is coming to save you. If you want success, confidence, strength, and happiness, you must build it yourself. The world respects those who take responsibility. The world listens to those who speak with clarity. The world rewards those who take risks and grow. The world remembers those who find light even in the darkest times. So what kind of person will you be? Will you continue living the same way, repeating the same mistakes? Or will you take these powerful lessons and change your life forever? If you truly want a better future, start now. Start by speaking with clarity. Start by stepping into challenges instead of running from them. Start by appreciating the small moments that make life meaningful. Because your life is in your hands. No one else will do it for you. But if you decide today, right now, to take control, nothing in this world can stop you. So take that step. The future is waiting, and it belongs to those who are ready to fight for it. If this inspired you, comment below the most powerful lesson you learned today. Like this video if you want.